Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into something pretty much everyone knows, oversleeping.
Mm-hmm.
That moment when you know you should be up, but, well, something keeps you glued to the bed. What if it's not just, lack of willpower? What if something else is going on?
Our deep dive today looks into a really fascinating idea from a source we call the Law of Second-Sleep Curvature.
Okay.
And it explores how, in those kind of fuzzy moments, between alarms,
Hmm?
the actual coordinates of time and consciousness seem to bend.
Bend. Wow.
Yeah. The source puts it beautifully. You weren't failing. You were gravitationally reabsorbed by the day that didn't want you yet. Our mission today is to unpack that.
Gravitationally reabsorbed. That's quite a phrase. It sounds like more than just poetry, right? It suggests a real pull.
Exactly. It's not just flowery language. It suggests a real, almost magnetic pull,
Yeah.
especially when our bodies are, still craving rest.
So what does this law of second sleep curvature actually define oversleeping as?
Well, it frames it as that moment when time itself kind of reaches back and pulls you under again.
Okay.
And what's really interesting is the structure they build. They talk about the sleep gravity field.
Sleep gravity field. Love that.
Right. It's that pullback into what they call the gravitational well of the blanket zone.
Uh-huh.
And this force, it's influenced by real things. Room temperature, how tired you physically are, even how satisfying your dreams were,
Yeah.
and maybe having a vague schedule.
Right. If you don't have to jump out of bed immediately.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So your intention to wake is there, somewhere, but your body just quietly retreats.
That quiet retreat is so real. And then there's the time thing, which feels completely warped sometimes. The source calls it the Chrono-Slip Effect.
Yes, that's where it gets really mind-bending. A second nap feels like, what, 10 minutes?
If that.
Right. But in reality, it's stretched into maybe 30 minutes, an hour, sometimes even 90.
Wow.
And this distortion, it usually kicks in right after you have that thought, just 5 more minutes.
The fatal thought.
Pretty much. And this leads to something the source calls cognitive layer misalignment.
Okay. What's that?
It's that really strange feeling when you finally do wake up and your mind feels split. There's a wake you who sort of remembers deciding to wake up,
Uh-huh.
and then there's still sleeping you. It's like the memory of waking got recorded, but the action itself never actually happened.
Or you have a vague memory of hitting snooze, but not really.
Exactly, that kind of thing. Your brain's sort of out of sync with your body.
So when are we most likely to get caught in this gravitational well? What makes us susceptible?
Well, the source points to a few key conditions, like going to bed thinking I have to get up early. That pressure seems to backfire.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Or waking up out of duty, not because you actually want to get up, relying on just one alarm. That's a classic vulnerability.
Guilty.
We all are sometimes.
Yeah.
Or tossing and turning for a few hours before the alarm is meant to go off. Your sleep's already disrupted.
And the symptoms. What does it feel like, according to the source?
Oh, they're incredibly relatable. Like you were sure you woke up. Maybe you even swung your legs out of bed in your mind.
Yeah.
But then you look at the clock and whoops, 2 hours have vanished.
Yes.
Or you remember the sound of the alarm, but you have zero memory of turning it off.
your brain on autopilot.
Right. Or having a dream during that second sleep that feels incredibly vivid, like the source says, a finale to a trilogy.
Yes, those intense second sleep dreams.
Exactly. And then when you finally surface, there's often no immediate panic. Just this deep, resigned feeling of, yep, I messed up.
Total resignation. Okay, so the source gives examples too, right? Like the turning off the alarm thing.
Yeah, that's what they call your brain in auto-processing mode. Just doing the routine thing without fully waking consciousness.
Makes sense.
Or dreaming you got up, got ready, maybe even made coffee.
Oh, I've done that. The fake morning.
Right. The source says your mind simulated a productive morning. Basically gave you the feeling without the effort.
Wish it counted.
Wouldn't that be nice? And then the classic. That dream was amazing, best one in weeks, and it only happened during the second nap.
Yes. Why is that?
Well, the source poetically suggests the world itself didn't want you up yet. It was offering you, like, a bonus feature.
A little cinematic reward for staying put.
Kinda. And, these experiences are so common they've even got nicknames, like the blanket black hole or false wake syndrome.
Right. Terms we use to try and explain that weird time slip feeling.
Exactly.
So, okay. Wrapping this up. The next time you find yourself stuck in that second sleep quicksand, don't just beat yourself up about willpower.
Right. Remember this idea. It might just be that moment when time and comfort and your body's need for rest kind of conspire to keep you there.
Wrapped in warmth.
Yeah. You didn't necessarily choose it actively. Maybe something just whispered, hey, you don't have to leave just yet. And, well, for a little while you listened.
It's a much kinder way to think about it. We hope this deep dive gives you maybe a new perspective on those cozy, sometimes confusing, time-bending mornings.